Hello, welcome back to Snap Bolt. I got a Legacy League for you here, but before we get into that, I just wanted to say that my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt, and if you enjoy the content, you think these decks are sweet, just consider subscribing. It would really help me out. I appreciate that. And with that being said, let's just get right into it. This is just a mono green Legacy deck. Um, it struggles a little bit against combo, but I think in the fair matchups you can really out mid-range them and you can really go over the top. What this deck is, it's basically a Rofellos deck. Every land in the deck is a forest, so Rofellos is always going to double your mana. And we find Rofellos with Green Sun Zenith, or just drawing it, and also Once Upon a Time. And then we have 8 mana dorks in Gilded Goose and Noble Hierarch. And the reason we're playing Goose is because we're a 4 Oko deck as well. Oko is banned in pretty much every other format, so the price went down. So now I'm on 4 Oko, so that's nice. I'm also on 4 Veil of Summer Main, just because this is a pretty messed up card, especially like everyone playing Force of Will, stuff like that. Thoughtseize, this just really wrecks that. So hopefully we'll play against some blue decks. And then the rest of the deck is just a bunch of random Green Sun Zenith targets that I think might be good, like Leovold, Knight of Autumn, Questing Beast, Ceretops, Thrag, Archon of Valor's Reach, and then 2 Crater Hoofs to finish them off. Also playing Astrolabe, which I wasn't playing before, just because with 4 Oko, Astrolabe gets a lot better because you can just make your own Astrolabes into 3/3s. But that's basically the deck. One thing to note is, like, we're a mono green deck. Why would we bother playing like Leovold and Knight of Autumn and like straining our mana? Our mana is actually not that strained, just because we only have a couple duels anyway. Every land is a forest for Rofellos, but you have Astrolabe to help with the mana. And most of the time, like when you want to get Leovold, since there's only one, most of the time you're not going to have it, and then you just Green Sun for Leovold. So the mana is really not that much of a problem. This deck certainly struggles against combo, because if you're just against like Ad Nauseam Tendrils, they can just like go off on turn 1 or 2. There's nothing you can really do about it. So we have a lot of hate for combo and duress and deafening silence in the board. These should probably be Thoughtseize, but I just don't have those right now as well. But duress I think is fine. And then Leyline for any graveyard hate we want. A couple chokes. Oof, just as a nice Green Sun target. I had this in the main along with actually T and Jamocha, but I just moved those like to the board as possible Green Sun targets, which I'm not sure if we want in the main. But that's the deck, and I'll see you in round 1. Alright, round 1 here against Uri Whitecats. We're on the play. And we have a keepable hand. Not exciting, but we can turn 1 Noble, we can turn 2 Green Sun for Rofellos. Make a lot of mana. We have Forest, we have good mana. So just going to lead on Noble and go from there. Like if we Green Sun for Rofellos, anything we draw for the rest of the game, assuming Rofellos survives, just is like, it's really good. Oh god, Gemstone Mine. Are we just going to get turn 1 comboed here? Looks like we probably are. Careful Study. Oh, are we against? We're against Dredge. All right, at least we have 4 Leyline. But this game is going to be really tough to win. Oh, and he has Faithless Looting as well. Yeah, this is going to be rough here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Against these super unfair Legacy decks, we're just like a little bit too fair. That's why we have a lot of graveyard hate. Or not graveyard, a lot of combo hate and graveyard hate. Alright, so he's got a bridge from below. He's got 2 bridges. He's got an Icarid. He's got a Therapy. Let's see. Tried to stop. I was trying to see if he had a Therapy because I might have conceded in response to not show him like what our deck's about, but I don't think that matters too much. He did get to see our hand. He'll just take Green Sun Zenith, and we're dead here. I mean, that's a really good hand for Dredge to be able to mill 22 and Therapy on turn 1. Their deck's not that consistent, and especially when we bring in Quad Leyline, It'll help a lot. All right, we draw Bayou. I don't think there's any real reason to play it out. I'll just pass the turn and see what happens. Like, Ceretops is just not going to do anything in this game. He gets to Icarid, and then he's going to make a bunch more bridge tokens. We just don't have any outs. I can easily just go to the next game here. I'll just wait to see if he like dredges and see some more of his cards, but it doesn't really matter. If he like therapies again, though, I'm not going to want to show him my hand because I don't want to show him Bayou. He saw Wooded Foothills, Windswept Heath, so he probably thinks we're just like a fair deck. Well, we are, but he probably thinks we're like just like a Naya or green-white mid-range deck with like a Ceratops or something. Yeah, he doesn't want us to block with Noble and exile his bridges, it looks like. He's just hitting for 1. I just don't see any way that we can really get out of this. He's just going to make a bunch of creatures by like just not doing anything. Like Icarid's going to die, trigger bridge twice. I mean, that'll do it. Alright, let's just go to the next one. We can play a Ceratops, and then he just makes a million more guys, and he'll just kill us. Alright. Dredge usually wins game 1 regardless. Bring in Leylines. I think I can also bring in Duress. Gaddock stops Dreader turn. I wonder if that's good enough. Might be. I wonder if Veil of Summer is actually good because they have therapy, and they might just have like. I wonder what type of sideboard hate they have as far as like abrupt decays or like cards that kill artifacts and enchantments, because they have to have some for sure. Don't want Deafening Silence, Choke, Oof. Let's see, Ceratops doesn't do anything. I don't think Thrag really does either. These are just like the super fair cards. Oko is actually like, I feel like generally is where we want to be, but I don't know if it's that good in this matchup. Just because they're doing like really pretty unfair things. I could trim some Okos, just keep some. Definitely want Scavenging Ooze. That's a real game plan for us. I think I want Veils as well. Hexdrinker is just a decent one to have, I think. Sometimes you can like do a small green since you need to get it out, and then later make a bunch of mana. Maybe I just side out all the Okos. Or maybe I don't want Duress. They might just be a little too fast for Duress. I think I want the Veil of Summers over that. This really just only stops therapy, but it also could stop, like, if they bring in, like, they'll probably have Nature's Claim for these. Maybe I don't need 4 Veil of Summer in this matchup. Maybe I'd rather have, like, 2 Veil of Summer, 2 Duress. Try it like this. Not sure, though. It's tough. We basically just have to draw a Leyline. Like, even if our hand's, like, pretty solid without Leyline, it's just probably not going to be good enough. Alright, well, that being said, this is close. Once Upon a Time can most likely find us a land, and then we play Noble, but then we have to find another land, and we don't have Leyline. It's close because we have Scavenging Ooze, which is good, but without any lands, I just don't think we can keep. Man, this is rough because we again don't have Leyline. So like this hand's just a little bit too fair in this matchup. I think I need to go to 5. This hand's actually decent because we could either turn 1 Green Sun for Dryad Arbor or just play Astrolabe, but I just think we need Leyline. Okay, this looks better. Definitely going to keep this. What am I putting back? I can even get Bayou and Duress, which is nice. Definitely putting back Craterhoof, and I need to put back one more card. I guess it could be Oko. I think I want to turn 1 Duress. Maybe I don't. It's weird to say maybe I don't need Rofellos. Maybe I'd rather have Oko. Because if I draw any other fetch land, I can play Oko, but I think I just need to put back Oko. Because I'm definitely turn 1 Duressing. Leyline, and then Bayou, Duress. And hopefully Duress can like pick his hand apart enough that he doesn't really function. Or that we can protect our leyline with Duress. So this is exactly where we want to be. We're not doing much else, but yeah, so he concedes the game. That's a good play by him, most likely, because maybe he has Nature's Claim or other like answers, or maybe he just doesn't have answers to leyline. But I like mulliganing hard for leyline, and we just got a good hand with leyline plus Duress. Trest gets a little worse on the draw, because a lot of times we can't T1 it also. We only have 9 green sources on or 9 black sources on T1. That being said, maybe it's still worthwhile. Maybe Veil of Summer is just worse. No, I'm going to try it like this. I'm not exactly sure what he has, so having some Veil and some Duress I think is nice. Yeah, at least Veil can protect us from therapy. He snap mulligan to 6. Wow. I have to mulligan as well. I mean, again, this hand is like playable. Like I have lands and spells. I can Once Upon a Time. I can play Gilded Goose. I can play Leovold on T2, but like in this matchup, that's not that good. I just need to find leyline. Another good hand without leyline. I'm gonna mulligan again. I'm gonna just try to find it. Okay, perfect. Now we have leyline and Duress again. He mulligans to 4. Wow. He knows that I'm probably trying to mulligan to leyline as well. Put back Craterhoof and Archon. And now let's see if he mulls to 3. If he keeps 4, I mean, he could keep a hand that has like a gemstone plus a Nature's Claim, and then if I lead on leyline, I don't get a chance to protect it with Duress, but I obviously have to lead on leyline. Okay. And let's hope he can't kill leyline on T1. Mana Confluence, and I'm going to Duress. See if he concedes again. I'm going to get Bayou, play Duress. Chain of Vapor the leyline. Alright, still going to get... I think I'm still going to get Bayou and Duress. Maybe I can strip something. Yeah, LED. Perfect. So now he's just stuck with a Grave Troll in hand and can't do anything. He should have played LED on turn 1. I have no idea why he didn't. Okay, so his hand's just Grave Troll. And he has no way to get that into the graveyard right now. So let's hope he doesn't draw like a looting effect or another LED or something. Because we're not really doing anything. Noble pass. Then next turn I'll play Rofellos. And then hopefully I'll play Archon after that. Questing Beast. Okay. We got ourselves a clock at least. Let's hope he just whiffs another turn or two. Looks like he is. That's what he signed up for in this matchup. Ah man, we only have 3 mana. Let's see. Oh, I can 1, 2, 3 mana. I think what I have to do is Green Sun for Scavenging Ooze. It'd be nice to Green Sun for a Dryad Arbor because that gives me way more mana. But I think if I get Scavenging Ooze, I think I have a good chance just to stop him from dredging it all. So I think this is worth. Get Scavenging Ooze here. Nice. Now we're looking to be in a pretty good spot. And he concedes. Nice. Got the first one against Dredge. That's typically how that match goes. They get game 1 and then we bring in a bunch of hate, and our hate got there. We were able to find it. So let's go match 2, 1-0. Alright, round 2 we're against J Tibbs. Looks like we're on the draw. He kept 7. We'll keep. We have a Once Upon a Time here. Ooh, we're against Plains. Interesting. Well, these Veil of Summers most likely are not going to be good. Let's just draw and then lead Once Upon a Time. Rofellos, good draw. Cast this without paying its cost. I could just take another Rofellos over a forest. That does seem worth it to me, because if he is mono white, he's going to have plows, and having multiple Rofellos seems nice. I'll just lead Goose. Just lead Mana Dork. Could lead Hexdrinker there, but I like leading Goose. Plow the Goose. Interesting. And he knows we just had Rofellos. That we just found Rofellos off Once Upon a Time. This should be a pretty good matchup for us. Oh, okay. Well, it's Miracles, so... Oh, okay. Wood, Stoneforge. He's going to get Jit here, most likely. I get to cast... Man, Jit. It's going to be brutal. If we had the... Plowing the Goose actually was good for him. We needed to be on the play, because now we can't Rofellos with Veil up. Oh, that was not a good draw. I was going to say maybe I just play Hexdrinker to leave up Veil, but what is Hexdrinker actually doing? I have to just try to play Rofellos. Let's see, I revealed this Rofellos. Hate having multiple different arts, and I like this version way better than this version. Right, I feel like he's going to have another plow for this. Maybe not. Ponder. Okay, we know one card in his hand's Jit. If he finds Plow, hopefully we draw a land and then we can just play another Rofellos. Okay, he's just going to put Jit into play. That's fine. Land. Green Sun. Okay. He's going to put Jit in and then he can equip attack. But I think what I can do, I could get a little greedy here, and I'm going to, because he didn't counter the Rofellos or kill it. So I'm going to Green Sun for X equals 0 for Dryad Arbor. Then Rofellos will tap for 3 mana. And then I'll just play Shifting Ceretops, because this can't be countered. And then I can't give this haste, but I won't attack. Then if he puts Jit in and attacks, at least I get to just block with Shifting Ceretops. Maybe that was bad, though, because now if he puts in Jit and equips and attacks, he gets to kill Rofellos and Dryad Arbor. Where if we could have just kept the Green Sun in hand. Yeah, now it's feeling like that was a bad play. See what he does. Is he just going to play like a Jace here? Lots of basics over there. Oh, Council's Judgment targeting Ceratops, maybe? Yeah, okay. I probably shouldn't have played the Green Sun, but I wanted to have a lot more mana on this turn. Now if we draw a land, I can just like Craterhoof if I want. But I was thinking if I saw the Green Sun, I can potentially kill Jit more easily. Let's see, come on, land. Questing Beast. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. Let's see, 3, 4 mana. Questing Beast. You can't even block this. And we have Veil up, which is nice. Let's just do it. If he goes for like Force of Will, he's just going to get blown out here. Yep, perfect. Force of Will, pitching Force Negation. Just fail that. We draw another Crater Hoof. Okay. Then I attack for 4. And I guess I'm not playing Hexdrinker, because if I... Yeah, if I play Hexdrinker now, it's just going to die to a Jit trigger. But maybe later in the game I can play it and level it up to a 4/4 before he has the opportunity to kill it. So I'm just going to pass. Yeah, equip. He's probably going to attack into my Questing Beast. And then he's going to kill both our other guys. But then it's Questing Beast versus no creature and Jit. And we can just play another Rofellos here. Kill Rofellos and then kill Dryad Arbor. Yep. Another land would be good here, because I can play both these out. Nice. Right, I'm going to start by attacking, then play land, then play Rofellos, then play Hexdrinker. That's why I took the second Rofellos over the land on the Once Upon a Time. Now I just get Trop, just in case I draw Oko. I want to be able to play it. Pass the turn. Jace. Bounce Questing Beast. That doesn't work. I guess he can bounce Rofellos, but then Jace just gets fucking wrecked by Questing Beast. Questing Beast was a late addition too. It's obviously like insane on this board. He can't bounce it. Like just brainstorms. That makes sense. But if we draw a land, we just win. Yeah, he just concedes. If we draw a land, we just get the Crater Hoof. Nice. Okay, we're against blue-white. Let's bring in some chokes. Dragonlord Jamoka's interesting. I don't want Duress. Don't want to change too much, I don't think. I mean, definitely like Knight of Autumn is great at killing his equipment. I think I want to leave in Veil. I wonder if he's going to side out like a bunch of Force of Wills though. I don't know if he can side out all his counterspells. I'm trying to think, like, what else can we side out? Like an Astrolabe or two, but that doesn't seem great. I don't want to side out Ceretops. I could side out Thrag. That's good against Path. Archon, I guess I could name... There's not like one thing that's really good to name, because he could have Jace to bounce, he could have Plow, he could have Council's Judgment. So maybe I just side out Archon. And one more card. I could side out one Goose. Sure. I could have sided out a Noble instead of the Goose, but I think Noble's probably just better overall. Alright. This hand looks fine. I have Once Upon a Time to find another land, and then I have Rofellos, and I have a lot of power here. So I'll keep. Not perfect, but we also have a Veil of Summer. What would be so sick if he tried to like force the Once Upon a Time or something. That would work out really well for us, but I'm not counting on that. He chooses to not shuffle. We'll draw for our turn. Astrolabe, okay. Let's just go Forest, Once Upon a Time. There's a Noble, but also more lands. I think I want to take Wooded Foothills here. Yeah, I definitely want to just take Wooded. I want to get Trop so I can play Oko. I mean, I know I have this Astrolabe, but still better to take Wooded. Another Astrolabe, that's fine. Could just get basics now in case he has Wasteland, even though I don't think that deck typically plays Wasteland. But he's just passing the turn. Interesting. I don't really want to play Rofellos. I'd rather wait to have Veil up, I think. Just go Wooded Foothills, play Astrolabe. Just going to take this slow. He's not doing anything, so I don't think there's a huge reason for me to rush. And Once Upon a Time. It's actually a fine draw. Find us more gas as the game goes. Just playing land, go over there, which I'm fine with. Let's just draw for our turn. Green Sun. It's another good draw. Now play Windswept. Fetch. I think I'm just going to get basics. I think it's better. Now play Rofellos. Might just have Plow here. I guess I can get a forest in Green Sun, but I think I'm just going to pass. Maybe I Green Sun for Dryad Arbor now. The Rofellos is in play. Having the Green Sun is nice. I'm going to pass. Just feel like this is going to get plowed. I don't see how how this can live. Oh, Vendilion Click. So when he targets me, look at target player's hand. So I can just Veil in response to Vendilion Click trigger, which I'm going to do. See who he targets. Oh, he's targeting himself because he doesn't want to get veiled. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep Veil in my hand. Oh, he put Force of Will away just because he's putting me on Veil. That's fine. I can just cycle at end of turn here. Seems like he's trying to play around it, but maybe he just has multiple Force of Wills as well. I guess I'm not going to cycle it because if Rofellos lives, I just have so much mana that like having Veil in hand is worth it. Okay, Plow. Nothing I can do. Now I'm going to cycle Veil. I just need more mana. But I could, next turn I can go Oko and have Veil up if I draw a land, which is huge. Otherwise I can Green Sun for Rofellos. Alright. I convinced myself. I'm only under the pressure of a 3-1, so I'm not under that much pressure. Ponder, sure. Chooses to not shuffle. Just go to our turn. Scavenging Ooze. I can jam Oko, I can jam Leovold. Just get basics. And I just don't get to protect these. I can play Scavenging Ooze. Just continue to take it slow. Just need to draw lands. This way it's nice, I just get to leave up Veil and then also leave up Scavenging Ooze activation. So we can't like Snapcaster Ponder or Snapcaster Plow. Jace. Okay, that resolves. Just gonna Brainstorm. Okay, well, definitely gonna Veil. We drew a land, but the only one that doesn't add mana next turn. But that's okay. because now we can Oko, make an Astrolabe a 3/3, attack Jace with both. That seems like a pretty good line to me. Oh, Questing Beast. Jesus. I can't play it this turn. Still really good to have for next turn. Alright, stick with the plan. Let's go Oko. See if it resolves. Oh wait. Click the wrong card. Oko, make an Astrolabe a 3/3. Then attack Jace with both. You can trade for our Ooze. Oh, he has a Plow? Man, that's bad for us. But we also have this Questing Beast coming down. So we can go like block Plow or something. Yep. Okay. We still have this Oko though, just sitting here. Gonna make another 3/3 next turn. So he gets to Brainstorm, but I feel like he's in a pretty rough spot. We also just get to go play Dryad Arbor here. And I like our position. I think playing it slow with the Veil of Summer was nice. Okay, he gets to kill Oko, but if this Questing Beast resolves, he just gets super wrecked. Also should have Brainstormed before playing Council's Judgment, but he probably had to play Council's Judgment regardless. But that shows he probably, well, yeah, he just had to play Council's Judgment to deal with Oko. Oko just gives this deck such a nice angle where you don't just have all creatures. You have this really powerful threat. It's a non-creature based threat. Alright, I'm just going to jam Questing Beast here. If this resolves, I just get to hit him for 4 and kill Jace. Oh, he has Force of Will. Man. Rough. And now because of the way I fetched, I don't get to play Leovold. He's probably going to get Jit here. Could even get Batterskull. Yeah, he does. Stoneforge first, then Brainstorm. His hand must be good. We're just getting a little constrained on mana. Okay, Tropical Island. So I have some options here. I can play Leovold now, which I think I'm going to do, because then I can just leave up Once Upon a Time. I can also play Thrag, but I think it's better to double spell. So let's go Trop. Play Leovold. And then I get to Once Upon a Time at the end of his turn, because I have 2 more mana. Another Force of Will? Jeez. I mean, we're trying to grind through these. So he left in all the forces. And I think he put 1 Force of Will on the bottom with Vendilion Click and then cast 2 more. I mean, he's shuffled since then, but still. Alright, no reason to Once Upon a Time. I'll just Once Upon a Time on his end step. He's just jacing every turn. He's brainstormed like 4 times. Pretty tough to beat. But we still have a chance. If we draw 1 more mana, like 1 more land, we can Green Sun for Shifting Ceretops, attack Jace. But he also has Batterskull coming in. We're going to just save this Green Sun to hopefully deal with the Batterskull, but it's going to be tough. He's going to have mana up. I was going to say we need to Rofellos, but he can put in Jit and then equip attack, killing Rofellos. That's the problem. 3, 4, 5. We're not that close to Crater Hoof. I'll just take Rofellos. It's not ideal. So we know he has Batterskull and Jit in hand. Maybe now I just play Thragtuskt. I'm going to do that. This just plays nicely against Plow, and if he wants to put in Jit and then equip attack, I just have a good blocker for that. And I can pressure the Jace this way. He can't really bounce Thrag. Put in, well, I guess he can put in Batterskull here, yeah. And then he can put in Jit and equip it. But if he does that, then I can Green Sun for Wreck Sage, killing either Batterskull or Jit. Brainstorms again. I feel like we're going to have to Crater Hoof him here to win. So we're going to have to find a way to protect this Rofellos to add more mana. He Ponder Shuffles. That's weird. He went Jace, Brainstorm, put back 2 cards, then Ponder, instead of Prismatic Vistaing before pondering. It doesn't make sense to me. If he goes Equip, Attack, wow, he's just not. Oh, he's leaving out Batterskull, so I can't kill it. Now the good news is, though, I get to Green Sun for Night of Autumn killing Jit, and then that will help protect my Rofellos. So now I'm actually feeling okay. Oh wow, there's Oko. Jeez. I'm just going to play it. Guess I'll lead on Rofellos. Let's see. I'm going to lead on Rofellos because then I can turn the Jit into a 3/3. Oh, he could bounce it with Jace. So interesting. What's my best line? Because I can also just Green Sun for Night of Autumn this turn, play Gilded Goose. Then I'm killing Jit. Then next turn I can play Oko and Rofellos. Alright, I'm going to go with this line. I feel like it, while a little bit slower, it protects my Rofellos a little bit better. See if he has like actual counterspell. No. Okay, so now I get Night of Autumn. Trigger, destroy an artifact or enchantment. I'll destroy Jit. Now I'm actually feel like I'm in a decent spot. Like, yeah, he's Jacing, but again, this deck creates so much value. He's been Jacing the whole game and we're still in it. Next turn we get to Oko. We can Oko his Batterskull if we want. We can Oko our own stuff. Yeah, but next turn I'm almost certainly going Oko plus Rofellos. Alright, now he was Jane's Brainstorm and then Fetch Land. So he has like a whole different hand. Plow the Thragtuskt. Okay. We go up to 29. If he attacks for 4, I'm just going to take it. Gonna absolutely take. He's like out of forcibles. He has 1 left. Or I guess he has. Does he have 2 left? Yeah, he might have 2 left. Okay. Another Rofellos. It's not bad. Let's just play Rofellos. See what happens. Just almost snap resolved. Now I'm going to play Oko. Spell Pierce. Brutal. I was not expecting Spell Pierce. We can't pay 2, unfortunately. That was pretty horrible for us. We're still in an okay spot. He has to probably bounce Rofellos here. Okay, he's Brainstorming. Because otherwise we have 10 mana next turn, and we have Once Upon a Time to find some action. So if Rofellos doesn't die, we can potentially Once Upon a Time into Crater Hoof. And Spell Pierce. I was thinking about playing Oko first for like something like that. I couldn't really think of what it would be. I'm also just not going to double block this Batterskull. Then he can just reset it using Stoneforge. Just going to take 4. Let him gain some life. Gaining life doesn't really matter to me. This is an interesting game though. True name. Alright, I mean, yeah, it's annoying. Protection from me. You can put Batterskull on the tree name. Again, we're going to have to Crater Hoof here. Let's just play Once Upon a Time. Didn't find anything. Choke would be nice. Guess I'm just taking Goose. Play Goose. We can also just start making a bunch of food with the geese. Play Noble. Pass the turn. End of turn, we can add 5 mana with Rofellos, 6 with Dryad Arbor, and go make a food, crack 2 food, gain 6 life. And then we can start gaining 6 a turn. But he's going to be able to find another counterspell here, so we're going to have to find like a threat pretty quick. We're slowly starting to succumb to that Jace. It's been out literally all game. Great match so far, though. I think we're favored going to the last game if we lose this game. Also, I don't think he has Wasteland. I'm not going to be scared to fetch non-basics. He could have back to basics, I suppose, but I doubt he'll have that in his game, in his deck for games 2 and 3, I should say. All right, so we're taking 7 here. It's going to be hard to Crater Hoof through that even now, but I think we can, just because we have so many creatures out. We're just going to have to resolve it. In step 5, 6 mana, create a food token, and then crack food. Gilded Goose is just a pretty strong card. Just the fact that it has 2 mana tap, make a food, that's huge. Alright, Crater Hoof. Forest, that's not Crater Hoof. I'll play it. Pass. Certainly can't attack. All we can do is gain 6 per turn. So we're not really dying, but he's gaining a lot of life and drawing cards with Jace. I mean, if we are able to Crater Hoof and resolve it, then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures, so +8/+8, and 2 flyers. So that's not bad. We go to 13, then we gain 6 up to 19. Create a food. Plow a Gilded Goose. Sure. Create another food. Then crack 2 foods. It's so funny that he plowed Gilded Goose there. Another goose. Sure. Staying alive with the geese. We create a food. Pass the turn. I don't think we have another disenchant effect for this Batterskull, and even if we do, he can just bounce it and reset it. So this combo is pretty hard to handle for us. We might have to like even double Crater Hoof to win, which we do have in our deck. We have 2 Crater Hoofs. Another true name. Okay. Increases the clock a little bit. He's got 19 cards left in deck. Council's Judgment. Alright, well, might as well do this now. Probably just vote for Goose here. Oh, he votes for Rofellos. That's fine because we have another one. Crack a food. Crack another food. And crack this. Oh, I was going to crack this food as well. Then I can F6. We get hit down to 21. We still have the 2 geese. We have another Rofellos. Oko. Okay. Wow, we actually can't bounce Batterskull this turn. So if I Oko it, here, let's just lead on Oko this time. Then I can Oko plus target Batterskull. Oh, he's got Force of Will. Okay, pitch Spell Pierce. Okay, pass. Problem is now we're taking 10 here, and he's gonna go up to 48. So I don't think we can win. He played a bunch of Force of Wills. He got Spell Pierces too. Yeah, I definitely want the Veils. Oh god, Engineered Explosives. Alright, that kills us, I think. I mean, not that we weren't really dead already. Create a food. Just gonna F6. Make him kill us. We'll see what we can do. Although, I don't think we have outs now that our Oko got forced. He just had Jace out for too long, and he played well. Just, wow, it's a lot of true names. And there's Veil. Not on time. We'll concede now. We're dead. Wow. So he's really just a true name Stoneforge deck. I definitely should have brought in Oof. Because then you can't equip with Oof out. Wasn't thinking about that. That was a mistake. Definitely going to leave in all the Veils. I mean, Goose was very good that game, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be that good. And we don't really want the game to devolve to that point anyway. We also have Chokes, man. This matchup seems good for us. Can take out one Astrolabe. I think I want to keep in the lands. I just want like as much gas as possible. And I think I want all these Veils. He's got a bunch of Force of Wills. Let's run it like this. What a fun match though. Bunch of Veils, not much else. I don't know if this is a keep. Because like we can turn one Green Sun for Dryad Arbor. But then just having Veil up after that's not ideal. I'm going to mulligan. Alright, definitely going to keep this. Putting back... I could put back Dryad Arbor. And if Goose dies, it'd be nice to have the Dryad Arbor. I could put back one of the Okos. It's just hard to say. I think I have to put back... I think I'll just put back Dryad Arbor and get a little greedy. Just go Forest, Goose. Go. He'll probably just ponder on turn 1. Probably won't plow the Goose. Then I'm going to jam Oko. Yep. And then if I draw another land, I can like jam another Oko. I think putting back the Dryad Arbor is fine there. I want to keep all this stuff. Oh man, Veil of Summer. That's so tempting, but I'm just going to jam Oko. He has to have Force of Will. And even if he does, then if we draw land, we can just jam in another Oko. Oh wow, it just immediately resolved. That's going to be tough for him to deal with, a T2 Oko. Seems great in this matchup. Stoneforge, okay. That's fine. Batterskull, sure. Veil of Summer looking nice. Oh, choke. Okay, well, new plan. What hand did he keep without maybe he sided out some Force of Wills? Choke. I mean, I don't think I want to exchange control. I'll just create another food token. Oh man, I got the drop. I just didn't even realize that, but it's definitely worth to still play choke. Most of his lands in his deck are islands. So he's going to have to like cancel his judgment this choke. It's like the only way he gets out of this, I think. Sucks that I got the trop. That was probably wrong. Let's see. I have 3 mana total. I could make a food with Gilded Goose if I want, but I don't think I need to. I think I'd rather play Hexdrinker and then Oko plus to target the food, leave out Veil. Maybe now, because this resolved, let's just start by, let's see, exchanging control. I mean, I can take his Stoneforge and give him a food. He got Batterskull. He's just going to put that into play, right? Alright, I'm just going to make this a 3-3. See what he does. Wait, oh, he didn't use Stoneforge. Because Polluted Delta has to get an island. He's just passing the turn again? That doesn't make sense to me. Is he just going to hope to... Yeah, I honestly don't really understand. Probably should have leveled up Hexdrinker as well. I meant to do that. He's just discarding. I think he's in trouble against this choke. Wooded Foothills. Let's see. This is still a food, right? No, it's not. It's an elk. So if I... Yeah, maybe if I... Now I can go play a land, make a food token, and then exchange with Oko, and then he has to put in Batterskull. And then he also has to get an island with Polluted Delta, which makes him farther away from any Council's Judgment that he might do. So let's do that. Because I have another Oko as well. So now let's make a food, and then exchange. Give him a food for a Stoneforge. He doesn't put in Batterskull. So he's really trying to get to Council's Judgment for choke. Okay. Well, this looks good to me. Now I'm just going to level Hexdrinker. I should have done that last turn. That was just a misplay. I guess I'll get Bayou here. Level. Pass. Yeah, Goose and Oko are just like best friends. Goose can make food for Oko. Oko can make food for Goose. They just work so well together. And he's just stuck on lands here, so it's... Oh my god, I didn't attack with food. Sorry, guys. Just so sloppy over here. Man, that's pretty sad. Okay. Now I'm going just to land. I could make like Stoneforge a 3/3 just to get in more damage. Then I would hit for 3, 6, 10 if I level this up. Put him on a 2-turn clock. Otherwise, I'm hitting for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then next turn I can hit with another food. I think I just like making a food. And then let's level this up. And then just hit with these 3 creatures. Then we should be able to kill him next turn. I guess he could have a plow or something, but I don't see why he wouldn't have used it already. We can also Wooded Foothills fetch Dryad Arbor just as another attacker if we want. Or just make another food with Goose. Okay, so he's finally getting his island here. I feel like it's too late though. Volcanic. Ponder. Okay. And he's probably just going to concede, yeah. Alright, nice. Played that one really sloppy, but ended up getting the match. Got kind of lucky that he got screwed, but he also got screwed by choke, and I'm not sure what he kept over there on that 7. Seemed weird not to have a force. Seemed pretty slow. Again, I misplayed pretty bad, but luckily still able to get there. That was a super fun match. 2-0 with the Legacy Rofellos, and I'll see you in round 3. Alright, 2-0 with Legacy Rofellos. We're against Jay France. And let's go first. Sure, I'll keep this hand. Just lead on Goose. See what we're up against. T2, I'll probably just play Goose, leave up Veil. And then we'll see what we draw. Maybe we'll play Questing Beast after that. Ideally, if he plays something we can kill with Knight of Autumn, that'd be sweet. If he plays Astrolabe, I'm just gonna slam Knight. It's interesting, like one thing I found like with this like Green Sun Zenith like toolbox style deck is you have like cards like Knight of Autumn that you obviously want for the toolbox. And Questing Beast, same thing. But then they often end up being just like very good cards like whenever you draw them. Alright, well, it's not going to be an Astrolabe. Chain Lightning the Goose. Okay, it looks like we're probably up against Blue-Red Delver. Or like Prowess. Another Goose. Okay. I'm going to get basics because of Wasteland. If he's Blue-Red Delver, they sometimes don't even play Wasteland now. That resolved pretty quick. I'm just going to try to play another Goose. Could get dazed. But if it did, it wouldn't be the end of the world, and I can keep Veil of Summer for later. So we're just on the triple Goose hand here. Which is fine. We got a bunch of food. That's another thing that's nice. I don't know if I said it earlier about Goose. Is like when it dies to removal, it leaves a food around. So it's like a mana dork that left a permanent on the battlefield for Oko or to use for other geese. It's pretty huge. Is this going to be like a Storm Chaser Mage or a Dreadhorde Arcanist? Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to draw a land to protect this Questing Beast. Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna go fetch. I think I need to get Savannah now, and if it gets wastelanded, it gets wastelanded. And then sack of food, play Questing Beast. Now it's a little tougher for him to attack with this Dreadhorde Arcanist, and if he had a counter, we had the Veil, so that's looking pretty good. Now we just get to hit. If I didn't draw a land there, I might have just played a Knight of Autumn 4/3. No, I couldn't have done that because then Chain Lightning would just attack with Dreadhorde Arcanist, Chain Lightning the 4/3. But we're looking in a decent spot now. He must not have Force of Will. Probably doesn't have Daze. I mean, I guess I could certainly see him not dazing the Goose. I guess it'd be pretty bad for us if he goes like Bolt, Questing Beast, attack with Arcanist, yeah, flashback, Chain Lightning, target Questing Beast. So we don't have much gas left. But we have a lot of good draws in the deck. Oko is like a really good draw. Green Sun Zenith. We have 5 mana, so we have a lot to do. Oh, I could have blocked. Definitely should have. I'm going to need to draw some more gas here. Delver. Sure. I don't want to cycle Veil. Crater Hoof. Ugh. If I just go Knight of Autumn, make a 4/3. That doesn't seem great to me, but at least it'll make him use the Bolt targeting Knight of Autumn. I can also go Knight of Autumn, gain 4 life. If I make a 4/3, I just get no value. Don't think he really has artifacts and enchantments. As bad as it is, I'm just going to go with the gain 4 life plan. Problem is then he gets a free attack with Dreadhorde Arcanist, but I guess it's worth. Wonder if I was supposed to cycle Veil on that Delver. I just don't think so. Generally that deck does not play Wasteland as well. So we revealed Delver, let's see if he fetches. If not, he probably is drawing a creature. Oko just seems really good in this matchup. Alright, he does fetch. This seems like another decent matchup for us. It's a little worse because he has a lot of removal for our dorks, but if we're fighting the mid-range fight, we can just get Okos down, or we have Veil of Summer. And we just have a lot of power, and like cards like Thragtuskt and Questing Beast, backed up by Veil of Summer, is nice for this matchup. Like right now, he can attack, flashback Bolt on our 2/1. That'd be fine. True Name. It's definitely going to be a problem. He's got 2 cards in hand. No attack. He wants to save Bolt. Now do I want to cycle Veil? I feel like I have to. Doesn't feel great, but I have to do it. It's just unfortunate the way the draw worked out. Oh no. Now I'm actually not going to cycle this veil because I want to have at least one food to have a little bit more mana. Noble. Okay, play that. Pass the turn. We can take some damage here for sure and make another food. See if he flips this Delver. Most likely will. Ponder. It's a good one. Probably going to end up cycling this Veil here as well. Maybe not. Then I have to sack a food to do so. It's probably not worth. We'll see. I think my plan, he did not shuffle. I think my plan right now is to Rainstorm. I think my plan right now is just to make another food, and that's it, and not cycle Veil. And then if I make another food, I'll have 6 mana, and still have Veil in hand. He's at 10 also. So if we can get to this, it's unlikely that we're going to be able to though. I mean, if we like Rofellos, that's just not going to survive. There's no way. Oh wow, attacking with everything. Oh yeah, because he's going to ponder. Duh. Alright. I should be at 22 because I should have blocked Arcanist last time. But I didn't. So here we're taking 6. Gonna make a food as well. Chooses to not shuffle. Yeah, it's not good. Now I'll block. Just make a food now. Why not? Taking 6, going down to 15. Another Arcanist. Yep. It's going to be tough. Land, okay. So now I'm going to pass the turn, and I can plan on making a food, cracking it, and cycling Veil of Summer when he flashes back Brainstorm with Arcanist. Because then I can potentially get to 8 mana and Craterhoof him for the win. So that's my plan. I'm definitely not going to be able to get to 9 mana and Craterhoof with Veil up. So yeah, the plan is definitely before damage, I'll go block on the Dreadhorde Arcanist with Geese. And probably flashback Bolt on Noble though. We'll see. I'm just having the Chain Lightnings means he probably has 4 Bolt and then like 2 to 4 Chain Lightning, which is a lot of burn. Alright, let's create a food. May even just create another food with this Geese, where I may gain 3 life. And then, he gets to flashback 2 more bolts. It's just too much. These Dreadhorde Arcanists just going off. I just wasn't able to answer them. That being said, I don't think I want a Leyline for this matchup. Not going to want to sideboard too much. Probably just want like Choke, leave in the Veils. He's going to have Daze and Force for sure. Another Bolt. I mean, do I want to make another food? He's just going to flashback so many bolts here. I mean, sure. I think our odds of winning this game are pretty much 0. drawn 4 lightning bolt effects. That's good in this matchup. And casting Brainstorm. Jeez. Now he's just going to flashback Brainstorm plus lightning bolt or just double Brainstorm. These Dreadhorde Arcanists just doing way too much work. Attacking. Let's see what he flashed back. Bolt. And Bolt. Bolt me. Doesn't care about these guys. Bolt me. And then I'm taking 6, 7, 8 down to 1. Sure. Like, even if I Thragtuskt here, it's not going to be enough. And Chain Lightning. Yep, he's got a lot of burn. He was definitely able to slow us down enough there. Oh man, there's the Scooze. Scooze seems like it'll be critical in this matchup. Alright, want the chokes. I don't think we want Knight of Autumn. I guess you could bring something in, but not too worried about that. Maybe we might want Dragging Lord Dromoka. Just being able to Green Sun Zenith this out seems like it should be game. Don't want Deafening Silence, Leyline Duress. I don't think I want any of that stuff. And then what's like not great? Maybe Archon of Valor's Reach is just worse than Dragon Lord. I think it is. I could side out a Craterhoof as well, just because he's going to be killing a lot of our dorks. It's going to be harder to get to that. Alright, I like it like this. Looks good. Still think I like this matchup. We have Veil, which is good against his counterspells. We have Oko. And then we have just like big stuff like Dragon Lord that it's going to be hard for him to beat. It can't even be tough for him to beat a Questing Beast depending on his draw. I mean, like, if that game went differently, like, we had Questing Beast with Veil backup. His hand's really slow. But it's got a lot of Okos. No 1-drop though. I think on the play, I think I have to mulligan, because if I just go land, go, and then T2 Rofellos, like he can go land, Delver, T2, like bolt, ponder, attack. Like we're just so far behind at that point. And then T3 Oko like isn't nearly as good as T2 Oko. Okay, this is a lot better. I'm gonna keep. I could put back a Noble. Don't want to put back a land. Don't really want to put back Hexdrinker either. I'm gonna put back Noble. Seems like the play to me. Cast Once Upon a Time, and then play Noble. Now, I will take Noble. Go land. Noble. Pass the turn. T2, I'll probably go Ooze plus Noble, trying to make enough mana to be able to go Hexdrinker and then give it protection from instants and make it a 4/4. So that's the plan. Preordain. Okay, no Delver. That's good. Gilded Goose. I still feel like I want to go Noble plus Scavenging Ooze. And I'm going to get a non-blue dual zone, non-tropical island, because I have chokes in the deck, so I have to remember to play around that now. What's better, Bayou or Savannah? I guess Bayou, because I have these Nobles to produce white mana. So I'll go Scavenging Ooze to play around Days. And then play Noble. Pass the turn. Also, he played Snow Covered Island, so he can only have, if he has a red source, he also bottom 2 at the preordain, but if he has a red source, he can only kill one of our guys, which is nice for us. And he might have to just kill Ooze, because this card's actually pretty good against him. We can just eat our own creatures if he kills those. It can stop him from Dreadhorde Arcanisting. The problem is here he has 7 cards in hand. So we're going to have to hope this Hexdrinker can get there. If he just goes Dreadhorde Arcanist here, what's our line? Oh, Chain Lightning the Ooze. Just like we expected. Hopefully that'll clear the way for Hexdrinker. It's looking good. Oh, Dragonlord Dramoka. If we were to play Gilded Goose and then draw land, we can just slam Dramoka, but I think I need to Hexdrinker level. Because he could daze this, but that doesn't even really work. So yeah, I go level, and then level, give it pro instance. Then we have a pretty good threat on the board right now, and if we draw lands, just being able to play Dragonlord Dramoka can't be countered is insane. So I think this matchup's decent for us. Like, this Hexdrinker pro instance is going to be tough for him. If we draw a land, we could consider just going level 5 more times, attack for 8, because we have double Noble. And then we have a 6/6 pro everything. Delver did not flip. So either land or creature was drawn. I don't think they really play Planeswalkers in that deck. Another fun matchup though. The last match and this match is like what I want to be playing. Like the Dredge match we won, but it's just like not really the same type of game. Like in game 2 we went Leyline Duress and he just conceded. This is at least like back and forth, interactive, pretty fun. This deck's also just cool because we're playing a lot of cards that typically don't see play in Legacy. Alright, does he have the fetch land to go with this Brainstorm? I'd be surprised if he does not have a fetch. For anybody watching that doesn't really play too much Legacy or doesn't know, Brainstorm is like pretty much the best card or one of the best cards in Legacy because you Brainstorm, you draw 3, then you have a hand of 8 cards like he does. You put your worst 2 cards out of the 8 back, then you play a fetch land, sacrifice it, and then those 2 cards that you put back are just gone forever. Or not forever, but like see, he plays a fetch, then sacrifices it, and then he just gets to sculpt basically an entire new hand of all really good cards because he put his worst 2 cards out of 8 back. So he can put back extra lands, he can put back, if he needs lands, he can put back like clunky spells. So you just like always have really good functional draws with Brainstorm plus fetch land. Attacking? Well, I'm definitely not going to block. He could easily have Chain Lightning, and even if he doesn't, we're only taking 1. It's just not even close to worth to block there. There's no question that I'm taking 1. Okay, wow, Rofellos. Well, I'm definitely going to Rofellos over making this a 6/6. I can't actually anyway, so that makes it easy. So I'll just attack for 6. And then I'll lead on Rofellos, and then I'll play Goose. And then Rofellos is a must-answer card. And even if he answers Rofellos and we draw land, we can still play Dramoka. Goose. And this is like just insane in this matchup. Create a food. But I think I will just go level up. I don't need to bluff anything. It's just worth it. Rofellos gets bolted here? No. Wow. He just left 2 mana open? He brainstormed fetch land and then just left 2 mana open. Is he just thinking like this game's over? Like, I'm not sure what's going on over there. Weird. Is he gonna just crack fire Islet right now? Wow. No idea what happened with that brainstorm fetch land. His hand must be bad. Concedes. Wow. Okay. It's going to be a little tougher on the draw. But hopefully we get a good draw. We also have these chokes. I wanted to put a third choke in the sideboard and play against all these blue decks. I kind of wish I did. Let's see. Definitely want all the lands, even though we're on the draw. He's going to be killing a lot of our dorks. Is there anything else I want to change? Don't think I want Knight of Autumn. I think I'm happy with it like this. Hopefully we'll just stick a Dramoka and call it a day. Alright, game 3. Gonna keep this hand. We have a Once Upon a Time. We have Green Sun Zenith. We have Choke. We can probably Once Upon a Time into a land, just to be safe. And we can T2 Choke. This is gonna... Oh, okay, Island. Sweet. Ponder. Awesome. Cannot forget to Once Upon a Time here. We got dorks. I probably should have played land there, but it's okay. Okay, I cannot get Trop, but I could get Savannah with Wooded Foothills if I want. Could they have some Wastelands? We haven't seen Wasteland yet. I think it's worth it to get Savannah. Nah. Just gonna play it safe. Get Forest. Play Noble. Pass the turn. If he wants to daze this Noble, it's not the end of the world. Because that sets him back a land drop, and next turn I could even go Green Sun for Dryad Arbor and play Goose. Just to ensure we get this choke down. Preordain. Okay, he's not putting any pressure on us. This is exactly where we want to be. Can also just play Rofellos, but probably going to go Green Sun into Gilded Goose. We don't get to choke this turn, but hopefully he plays another island. Okay, this is interesting. So I Rofellos and he has another daze now. It's actually okay. And then otherwise he has to go land, bolt Rofellos. That means he's most likely going to have to fetch a Volk. And then I get to save my Green Sun. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to play Rofellos. If this gets dazed, then he goes back down to 0 land. And if it doesn't get dazed, again, he has to probably get Volk and bolt it, in which case I can just tap out for choke next turn because I have 3 lands now. Yep. So this is... Oh, Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay. I mean... I get to play choke and I have 6 mana. Oh my god, I can go... Oh no, I don't have the blue source. Because I played it safe with the basics. That's okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lead on choke to be safe. I'm going to go Bayou, tap Rofellos, play choke. Be shocked if he has Force of Will because he didn't force the Rofellos. It resolves. Okay, his lands are tapped. Now he can attack with Dreadhorde Arcanist, flashback a cantrip. Let's see. Bear with me for a second here. I can Green Sun for 2. So I could Green Sun for... Actually, I could Green Sun for Hexdrinker in this situation and level up once. That seems reasonable, but then I use my Green Sun as well. If I hold the Green Sun, next turn I'm going to have so much mana I can just Green Sun for Dragonlord Dromoka. He definitely does not have Force of Will. Alright, I'm just going to play Goose and pass. This way, even if I don't draw land, I can still Green Sun for Dromoka. If he had Daze, he might have wanted to use it just to reset like a land. He's blue-red. I'm not sure if he has any answers to choke. Definitely not going to crack this food because I need it to make 7 mana for Green Sun for Dromoka. I also don't want to get Daze though, but regardless I'm not going to use it because I might use it to make blue for Oko. Can also just play Shifting Ceretops and get in there. So he attacks, he gets to Preordain. I guess he's going to Ponder. It would be nice to... I could have tapped 3 mana and played Green Sun for X=2, got Scavenging Ooze pass, but then he still gets a Flashback Ponder this turn, and I use my Green Sun. I just don't think that's worth it. Ponder from the graveyard. This might just be a shuffle, or this might just be a concede. See what he has. He chooses to not shuffle. Okay, I can block here. Goose for some reason is an 0-2. I'm just like talking up Goose this entire league. Okay, basic island. Brainstorm. Wow. Okay. That's pretty bold. So he could easily have a Force of Will here. Might be better just a Shifting Ceretops. I still don't think I want to use my food. Okay, there's an Astrolabe. So I have 6 mana. To play around as much as possible, I'm just going to go Astrolabe right now, and then I'm going to Shifting Ceratops, give it haste, and get in there. I think that's better to play around Force of Will and everything. Just get this down. Okay, Questing Beast. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. It's not worth it to Questing Beast because if this gets countered, I can't even Oko. So I'm going to just stick to the plan. Go Shifting Ceratops, give it haste, attack. That can't be countered, so that's pretty nice. I would like to give it haste and attack for 5. He gets to flashback a spell with Arcanist, but he's also on 0 mana. Could have taken a different line that time, but if he has Force of Will, I really think that this is the best line because we can get Mountain here, so we can start killing some of our mana. If he has Force of Will, then this can't be countered, so it's hard to deal with. Oh, he can go Bolt, attack, Bolt, but then we still have just all our mana in play, and he used his Bolt. Can also Green Sun for Dragonlord Dromoka whenever. He's got to have a Bolt or a Chain Lightning. He's just probably deciding what to do. Does he want to kill Rofellos and Goose, or does he want to kill Ceratops? I feel like he's just going to get raced by this Ceratops if he takes the line of killing these two. Chain Lightning us? What? And then attack flashback Chain Lightning on Rofellos? Maybe? I don't know. If he does that, I'm probably just gonna Oko, maybe make his guy an elk so he can't keep flashing stuff back. Attack us, flashback, ponder? Or is that preordain? Preordain. Interesting. So weird that he's just like, this Rofellos is making 3 mana per turn and he's just leaving it around. He chain lightning us? That doesn't make sense to me, but I'm fine with it. Oh, I forgot to block again. Just used to my mana dorks not being able to block, I guess, but that's just no excuse. I should definitely be blocking. If I lose by 1, I guess I deserve that. I still feel like he has a counterspell here. I guess I just lead by Oko because then I could attack with Rofellos as well if I want. I guess there's no way I'm attacking with the Rofellos, right? I don't even think I need to green sun for Jamoka. I think that's just too greedy. Just gonna lead on Oko. So if he has force, he'll probably use it here. He does not. Let's make this an elk. Now I'm just gonna play Questing Beast. He could have Daze, but that's fine. Yeah, he's just conceding. Sweet. 3-0. Let's go round 4. Alright, 3-0 with Legacy Rofellos. And we're against Oma 1987. My guess is that's when he was born. And let's take the play here. We can green sun for a Dryad Arbor and then that's all we can do. Not good enough. Let's ship it. This hand will keep. What am I putting back? I suppose Knight of Autumn is the weakest card in the dark. Because it might just not really be useful. Meanwhile, our opponent mulligans to 5. I'm just going to lead on Goose here. Then that'll allow us to T2 green sun for Rofellos if we want. Still have this Astrolabe to draw us a card. This was just a mistake. Honestly, it's obviously like good. It's nice playing with it, but whoa, our Astrolabe is dark. Hopefully we can still play it. That's just a glitch, I think. Yeah, I think it's just a mistake because it just makes the mana too good. It's like where if you have this in your deck, it's like you can easily just be 5 color, kind of like we are. We're mono green, but we're also splashing 3 different colors. And it's just like kind of dumb how many decks it can go in. It's just like you kind of have to play snow basics. It's just really stupid. I would rather it not exist. But it's the world we live in now. Oh, Underground Sea, our Veil of Summers are on. What are we playing against? Storm? Oh, Reanimator. Jeez, that's a rough matchup. Okay. Let's see. So I can... Oh, there's a Rofellos. I was going to say, I can green sun for Scooze. But the problem with that line is... then he still can just reanimate on the next turn. However, if I play Rofellos and play Astrolabe, then if he doesn't reanimate on this next turn, I get to put in Scooze and leave up activation. So on mulligan, I think my best line is to just play Rofellos and Astrolabe this turn. So I'm going to do that. I guess I'll get Tropical Island and then play Rofellos this way and then play Astrolabe to play around days. Okay. And then if he doesn't reanimate this turn, we're in really good shape. Because then we can put a Scavenging Ooze into play. I mean, he could still have Force of Will, but he might have Force Rofellos. Brainstorm, okay. So now he has to find big creature plus land plus reanimate, which he could easily have. Blue-black reanimator in the 3-0 bracket, huh? I guess we're Rofellos in the 3-0 bracket, but he's passing, okay. Perfect. Green Sun. Okay. I'm just gonna go like this. 3 mana. Green Sun for Scooze. Don't want to do anything fancy. Just want a Green Sun for Scooze. I guess I wouldn't be surprised. Oh man, I tapped wrong. This could get spell pierced. I should have tapped the Trop because now I can't play this Astrolabe. I was just going a little too fast. Oh, Brainstorm. I mean, this still could get Force of Willed, in which case I really needed to play Astrolabe. That's bad. I didn't want to lead on Astrolabe though because I don't want to get dazed. Does he have Force? He does. Luckily we have another Green Sun Zenith, but man, feels bad not to draw the extra card here. It really could be the difference between winning and losing this game. I mean, if he goes off this turn, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to try to Zenith again. He must have it. And then Exhume. I think we're dead. Entomb right now, that's interesting. Is he going to reanimate something else? Wow. Niv is it? Sure. So we couldn't have stopped that anyway because he had the Force of Will for our Green Sun to get Ooze. I mean, I don't think we have any outs to beating Crystal Brand at this point. I guess we could draw Oko exactly and Oko it, but he has 7 cards in hand as well. It's Astrolabe. Let's see, I had 6 mana. I guess I can play Forest, Green Sun for Leovold, and then I can try to beat a 7/7 flying lifelink because he can't draw any extra cards. But he's just going to reanimate this Niv Mizzet and then be able to ping my Rofellos down and stuff. Don't even really want to show him Green Sun for Leovold. It's just probably going to get countered anyway. I just don't think we can win. I don't want to show him anything else. He has probably no idea really what's in our deck. And we have good sideboard here. Leylines, chokes. I don't think Teague does anything. I don't think Deafening Silence is good either. Already bringing in 9 cards. Alright, let's take out a lot of the chaff. I think Veil of Summer is definitely good. You could easily have Thoughtseize and that kind of stuff. We're on the play. Let's see. I guess Oko is just really bad. It like if he reanimates a Gristlebrand, which is always what he's going to go for, we don't want to be in the spot where then we have to Oko after that. But I guess in conjunction with Leyline, it's okay. Oh, Shifting Ceretops can get out. Oh, Knight of Autumn can get out too. I want to leave all the Green Suns in to be able to Green Sun for Ooze. Maybe I just run it like this, and I just can win by like Archon or Craterhoof or whatever. Is Hexdrinker good? I think it's worth it to have in the deck. I have like a good 1, 2, and 3 target to get for Green Sun. I wonder if I want any number of Okos. And what is it better than? Maybe like a couple Astrolabes, just because they're like a little bit clunky. They're a little bit slow. They help me cast Duress and stuff too, though. I think Oko is just not going to cut it. Let's try it like this. We really want to open Leyline again. He could certainly have some sideboard plan like Arcane Artisan or Show and Tell, but we definitely need to open hands like this. Just snap, keep that. I keep having these hands of, it's not going to happen that often, but I keep having it, of Leyline into Duress. Although in this instance, I wonder if I just lead on Noble. No, I'm going to lead on Duress, because he could have Thoughtseize or anything that I might want to take. Protect my Green Sun Zenith. Leyline, Duress. Careful study, animate, dead, exhume. Hapless researcher. Okay, well, this Leyline looking pretty good. Just take a careful study. Pass the turn. If he had some type of answer card for Leyline, that's where Duress is really good. Underground Sea, Hapless, sure. Next turn we just get to run out double Noble. Savannah. I'll play it. Noble. Noble. Pass the turn. I wonder if I want a Green Sun for Questing Beast next turn. No, I think I set it out. Might want a Green Sun. We'll see what we draw, but I might want a Green Sun for Leovold. See what he discards here. We know these 3 cards in his hand. Discards Animate, Dead, Exhume. Okay, so he's off the graveyard plan, it looks like. He's probably on some Show and Tell plan, but he only has 1 land. Once Upon a Time. If I lead that, I cannot Green Sun for Leovold. Leovold does seem good against like all his Ponders and Careful Studies and stuff. He can Hapless on our turn, but shutting down all his other Ponders and stuff, I think is worth it. Got some lag here. Just Green Sun for 3. And get Leovold. then attack for 2. So yeah, opening the ley line seems to be absolutely massive in this matchup as well. Something we're going to have to look for in game 3. Yeah, he's going to sack here because he has to draw on our turn to get out of this. Makes sense. He could have waited till next turn to maybe prevent 5 from Leovold. Discards Gristlebrand, so he's got Tidespout Tyrant. He's got to have 2 more lands and a Show and Tell to be able to get that into play though. There's 1. Tropical Island. I wasn't really expecting that, but I'm sure he has Veil of Summer in his sideboard. Crater Hoof. Sure. Now we can just hopefully Once Upon a Time into Rofellos. Land, sure. Play land. Attack for 5. I was going to get Dryad Arbor with this Windswept Heath at the end of his turn. Shield to these. Got him on a 4-turn clock. If he has like a decay for the Leovold, I guess at least we get to draw a card. I guess he could have Assassin's Trophy here. Abrupt Decay the Leovold. Yep, we want to draw another land. Brutal. We did not. If we drew Veil of Summer, that would have been insane. Okay, at least we get to get a Dryad Arbor here, so we have another threat. It's making me worry now. It looks like he could have Show and Tell for Tidespout, but Show and Telling and a Crater Hoof is not exactly the same thing as casting it. Oh, Reanimate Leovold. Alright. Doesn't exactly do the same thing on his side of the board. We're not exactly drawing extra cards. Careful Study, sure. Lotus Petal Misty. And no land drop. He's got 3 cards in hand. Guess I get Dryad Arbor. Leyline. I actually cannot cast Leyline. I would need a Goose to do so. I only have 1 Bayou, which I think is correct. Don't want to trade Dryad Arbor for Leovold because if I draw another land, I can just Crater Hoof. So I'm actually just going to pass the turn. He probably wouldn't trade anyway, but I just don't want to risk that. I want to be able to cast this Crater Hoof. I think I got time. He's attacking, sure. I definitely could have attacked. I just didn't want to make that judgment call. I don't know like what's in his hand or what his thought process is if he wants to kill Dryad Arbor. Hapless Researcher, you got it. Let's just take our draw step. Noble. Alright, well now I can attack with Dryad. He's just going to block with Hapless. Can cast Crater Hoof next turn. May get forced. It's hard not to side out like all the dorky stuff like Questing Beast and Thragtuskt, but like it's like when you want the Questing Beast, it's like damn, I wish I had it in the deck. Still think it's worth it to side out. I mean, this is the type of game I think we're favored to win here. So as long as we like can leyline and stick it, like we went leyline to rest, that's pretty good. I think that's more important than like finding the questing beast a little bit later. He's got 4 cards. Wonder if he has Force of Will. Still just going to jam Craterhoof. Not really worried about dying to this Leovold. Green Sun Zenith. So I can Green Sun Zenith for Archon. Then I play around Daze. But if I also just, yeah, it's worth it to play around Daze. It's a card he could definitely have in his deck, even on the draw. Just get basic. Then Green Sun. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana total. X equals 6. Then I'll just name sorcery. Yeah, Snap Force of Will. Pitch Tidespout Tyrant. Okay. He's down to 2 cards in hand. And we can cast Craterhoof next turn. Which is why I went for the Green Sun this turn. If we draw a land, we can still play around Daze and cast Craterhoof. Hopefully missing that 1 Dryad Arbor attack doesn't cost us, but I mean, I still think it was worth it not to risk it in case he just wants to go trade. This Leovold doesn't really do anything against us. Veil of Summer. I wonder if it's worth it to wait 1 turn. You know what? I think I'm going to. I don't think I'm in that much danger of him going like end of turn Assassin's Trophy. I think it's worth it just to wait. If I draw a land, I get to for sure win next turn. If not, I still get to just jam Craterhoof next turn. So he goes down to 8 here. He hits me down to 6. I hit him down to 4. He hits me down to 3, and I kill him. So I'm still winning this race with my Dryad Arbor as it is. And if he draws like a Thoughtseize effect or something, which I don't even know if he has in his deck, I just get to Veil it. Or I just get to Veil this Abrupt Decay if I want. Which I think I'm going to do. Because then I just get to draw a card, keep my Noble around. Oh, I don't get to draw a card because he didn't cast a blue spell. Still think it's worth it. Okay, Careful Study. So he's going to be down to 2 cards left. Unless he has Force. Oh, Thoughtseize me? Damn. Okay, well, he's going down to 6. So I'm still winning the race to this Dryad. I wonder if I should have cast Craterhoof last turn. I chose not to. Alright, he's not going to be able to attack next turn though. Green Sun. Okay. Well, now I can. He has 1 card left. Now I can play around Daze. Just Green Sun for Archon, and then that'll do it. I just Archon name sorcery. Then attack for 4. Then I don't think he has any outs at this point. Land, Animate Dead on Craterhoof for the win. Oh my god, he did Animate Dead. Oh no, we're not dead. Because I can block Craterhoof and then go to 1. Oh my god. What a game. What a game. There's no way it's right to name. Can I even name enchantment? Yeah, there's no way it's right to name enchantment. Oh my god. So we saw a bunch of decays, but we really didn't see many answers at all to Leyline. Maybe he just wasn't expecting us to have that. Regardless, I need to find Leyline in the next games. Can't believe how close that game was. Man, if we just had a questing beast, I think we would have crushed that game. That being said, I still don't think I'm going to bring one in. I guess I could go down on some Once Upon a Times. I think it just makes our deck too consistent. I'm going to keep it. Keep it as is. Just try to stick to the game plan. This hand's just too fair. Like, in some matchups this would be okay, but not in this matchup. I'm going to mulligan. I can't even cast these Astrolabes. I have to go to 5. He kept 6. Oh, man. I have double duress, but I just don't have Leyline. I'm going to go to 4, actually. Fuck. Damn it. I do have a Scavenging Ooze, but I think my chances of winning on 3 are better if I find Leyline. Just didn't find it. Well, just did not find it. I think that's the only time I've ever mulliganed to 1. Because I thought if I mulliganed to like 2 and found Leyline, that would still give me more of a chance to win. Just considering like his deck and what I saw. Let me know if you think any of those were a keep, but I just think I needed to find Leyline. Sure. Man, we could have had like a choke draw or something. I just wasn't expecting him to keep like a bad 6. I just don't think I can keep like those bad hands like I had. Alright. We got lands. Can't believe he's not doing anything. Just not even going to fetch or anything. We'll see what he's on. Bayou. Duress you. Just a bunch of reanimate spells. Guess I take animate dead. Any like looting effect, just kill this. Yeah, now he just gets Gristlebrand. If we had a Leyline, would have been good. With 4 Leylines in the deck, when you mulligan to 1, your chance to find Leyline is like 99%. I think. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe it's like 97, but I know it's high 90s, which is why I kept mulliganing, because if we had Leyline that game, his hand literally just doesn't do anything for so long. So even if we mulled to 2 and find Leyline, I think our chances to win were a lot better. So that's why I kept. See you in round 5. Let's see if we can 4-1 this. Alright, after a disheartening mull to 1 in round 4 to try to find Leyline, we're 3-1. We're in round 5. We're against Rooted 14-14. And I'll keep this hand. A little bit sketchy, but if we draw lands, it's good. We're on the draw. Oh god. Ancient Tomb. I thought he was going to chalice us. Veil of Summer not looking good. I'll just lead Noble. If we draw a forest here, we're in pretty good shape. Then we can make a bunch of mana. We could also just Oko next turn if we draw a forest. Let's see what our opponent's on. Looks like we're up against Eldrazi. While this Veil of Summer might not... While this Veil of Summer is completely dead, at least I think this matchup is decent for us. Like, he can't kill Rofellos. Oh, Verdant Catacombs? Okay, never mind. This might be like a Titan deck. This is not what I was expecting. Chooses Nymph. Yeah, this is a Valakut deck. Still, I feel like we have a decent matchup, but he just gets a T2 Dryad here. That's pretty good. We're on the draw, so our T2 Rofellos does not seem to be good enough. Dryad Arbor, okay. Well, it's pretty obvious what we have to do. Just play Rofellos pass. Next turn we can Oko his Dryad. We might be able to do some type of Green Sun Zenith shenanigans. Could Green Sun Zenith for Night and kill Dryad. If we were on the play, this looks so different because we 2-2 Rofellos with this board, and then on his turn 2 he plays Dryad land, and then on our turn 3 we get to kill it, so it's just like such a big swing. He just paused for so long with Rofellos on the stack there. He's probably just like, what? We get to make a lot of mana next turn though. He gets Forest. I was thinking he might have Dismember or something there. He might just have all lands. Wouldn't be surprised if his deck has like 30 lands. I've seen people playing like this type of deck. Like sometimes they play Summer Bloom, 2 mana sorcery. You may play up to 3 additional lands this turn. Stuff like that. Random app. Okay. It's a pretty good combo with Dryad. And he played another land from hand. That's interesting. Why wouldn't you just crack Verdant and then play Verdant from the graveyard again? Keep the Windswept in hand. That doesn't make sense to me. Alright. What's he got? Life from the Loam, Verdant. Sure. So he's going to start quote-unquote comboing here. But we can Oko to slow that combo down. I guess we just want to Oko his Dryad away. He can still play lands from the graveyard, but he also has Life from the Loam anyway. No. Veil of Summer, not what we wanted at all. We actually cannot even play Astrolabe here because we cannot make any snow mana. So all we can do is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So let's see. Yeah, we can get Questing Beast. We can get Leovold. We can get Knight of Autumn killing Dryad. I suppose that's better than Okoing Dryad. That's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green Sun for 3. Get Knight of Autumn. Then we can Oko the random map if we want. Get Knight of Autumn. Kill this guy. We'll probably just get Primeval Titan here, but at least now if he Primeval Titans for Field of the Dead, we might be able to beat that. No Snowland is unfortunate. We can also Oko make a food, not care about random map. If we want to go that route. Man, this draw just didn't work out for us here. I mean, he's also green-black, so maybe having Veil up is nice. Alright, Scavenging Ooze, I don't care about that. It's actually kind of annoying against Oko, because if he puts counters on it, then we make it a 3-3, it'll still have the counters. Sylvan Library. Okay. Too bad we don't have Leovold in play to stop that library. But now we're gonna want to kill. We're gonna want to Oko random that for sure. All right, just take 2. These Veil of Summers are just. Oh man, that was brutal. Are just dead in our hand. Play Oko. Elk this random app. And pass the turn. Alright. I'm gonna Elk it. I don't want him to keep playing lands from the graveyard and have a fetch land every turn with Sylvan Library. They may chump with Knight of Autumn because now if he plays Primeval Titan, I can trade something for it using Oko. So I actually want Oko at a high loyalty. Scavenging, sure. Yeah, the problem is he's got 2 3/3s. I wonder what his black is for. Maybe just some sideboard cards like Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. It's kind of unfortunate because I think this is a good matchup. Our draw just like isn't that functional. I mean, yeah, we have 2 Veil of Summer, so that's kind of my own fault. But at the same time, like we just can't cast these Astrolabes. We're just not making that much mana. We're just not really doing it. We only have 1 land. I guess technically we have 2. Also, our opponent is at 5 life. They kept 2 cards? Whoa. Chalice on 1. That's fine. I expected him to have Chalice. Is Ancient Tombing down to 3? Whoa. Tracker. Play Wasteland. Alright, Wasteland's really annoying. Yeah, nothing we can do. Now we can attack Oko with both. Which I think I actually just let Oko go. Because then I can attack him for 3. He has to block and trade Tracker for Knight of Autumn. Oh wait. Yeah, because Knight's going to attack for 3. If I block... Man, I'm actually so close to killing him. Let's see. If I block, I can make Rofellos a 3/3. And then attack for 4. Then he can still just crack Clue, block, and trade with Rofellos. Doesn't actually work. Yeah, I just have to let Oko go. Unfortunately. There's another Oko. Alright. Let's see. I think for sure I have to attack with Knight of Autumn to force him to use Tracker to block. Attack, trigger Noble. And then I can play Oko. Make one of my guys a 3/3, which I have to do. Because this way, if he attacks with both of his creatures at Oko, I'm presenting lethal. And yeah, I'm just gonna make Rofellos a 3/3. Maybe I don't even need to do that. Maybe I can just make a food token. Then that really puts pressure on him because he has to attack both at Oko and I still have lethal. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Create a food. Pass. Now oh, okay, he's got a, oh no, he's just gonna crack Clue. Okay, he also can't really use Ancient Tomb. This is interesting. I feel like my deck's just not functioning at all and I'm somehow still in this game. Can't play these Astrolabes or this Veil of Summer now. I have so many outs to Chalice in this deck though with Oko and Knight of Autumn. Seems like it should be a good matchup for me. Again, just not functioning. He has to kill Oko and present a blocker. Oh no, he doesn't because he can gain life with Ooze. And he can return Wasteland. Courser of Krufix, play a couple lands, play a land from the grave. No, not from the graveyard, but from Loam. Then he goes up to 4, then kills Oko. Yep, now I wish I had made Rofellos a 3/3. Rofellos had 0 mana here. Alright, we're dead now. He's got Green Sun on top. You can just get Titan. Man, we drew Dryad Arbor, yeah, but we drew 1 actual land that entire game. And 3 Veil of Summers, so I guess that's kind of my bad. Well, I guess Shromo could get in there. Oof, I don't think does anything. Gaddock team turns off our own Green Suns. Oh man, chokes are, I'm getting in there with chokes because if he has Dryad, all his lands are islands. I'm gonna get Gaddock in there too. Just I'll be careful about playing it with our own Green Sun, but yeah, definitely get a board and choke in this matchup. That seems dope. He's probably got 4 Dryads. We got this matchup, I think. This is a mulligan. Oh man, this hand just doesn't function. Gotta go to 5. And he keeps 7. It's pretty unfortunate. I'm gonna keep this. Alright. Put back Ceretops. And Astrolabe, I suppose. I have to put 1 more card back. I do want to keep this Oko. So I can T2 Oko here. It's not playing around Wasteland then. But I think it's fine. Oh, I should have led Bayou. Man, I'm just not playing very well, I feel like. I'm so many times making a decision, then right after being like, oh damn, I shouldn't have done that. Alright, we're gonna go Trop. Oh, Green Sun. And then even misclicking right there, jeez. And then get Dryad Arbor. The good news, even if he wastelands, I get to Rofellos, but if he wastelands, it's pretty bad for us. Especially if he has double wasteland. That's going to be hard to come back from. Okay, yeah, but if he doesn't, I'm going to just jam Oko, I think. Start plussing it. Yeah, he could Chalice and lock us out of casting this Noble, but I think it's worth it to get Oko down, because I can even just make his thing an elk. Just create a food, pass, start making 3/3s. T2 Oko seems pretty good in this matchup. Our opponent like in the tank on this Oko plus. Interesting. Luckily we didn't get wastelanded. Once upon a time on our end step. Why wouldn't he just wait for draw? Cavern of Souls, okay. I don't understand why he wouldn't just wait for his own turn. Maybe Force of Negation. He doesn't want his Once Upon a Time to get forced. Maybe he doesn't have lands in hand. That's the only thing I can think of. Or it's just a weird play. Okay, there's Dryad. As expected. Valakut. I'm just going to Elk the Dryad. I can't allow him to have that. Fetch. I think at this point I just get Savannah. If I had Choke here, that'd be so sick. And then I go Rofellos, Noble. Oh man, I can just exchange control of... I can just take Dryad and give him a food. Maybe that's better than elking it. Thing is, if I elk it, then I can still exchange for future permanents. Well, then the problem is Oko's going to get attacked. I'll just give him a food. I also get to attack for 2. Not irrelevant when he has Ancient Tomb in play. Another Dryad. Okay, now the problem is I can't deal with this one. Field of the Dead, Cavern of Souls. Next land, he gets to bolt something. I guess I can elk that Dryad, though. Then I'm fine. I mean, not fine, but I'm better off. I have a million mana, so if I draw Green Sun, I win. 3, 4, 3, 6, 7, 8. I guess I don't win, but it's looking good. Gilded Goose. It's actually interesting. Here, let's just start by elking this. I'll play a goose. I don't even want to attack with this Dryad because I want to block his Dryad with mine. I don't think I want to block with any of my other creatures. I could attack for 3 and then chump Dryad with Noble. Is that worth it to hit him down to 10? He's going to start Field of the Deading soon. I think it's not worth. I'd rather have more mana. Because now if I draw Green Sun, I can Crater Hoof. They're just going to crack Clue. Warping Wail on the Noble. Oh, he didn't want me to attack. Alright, well, I wasn't going to anyway. Sure. I'm not going to crack this food for sure. I want that to hang around. Wait. What? Wait, even if this is an elk, it still works? I'm just confused on how his lands are still mountains. Loses all abilities. I guess this is like a blood moon. I wasn't paying close enough attention. So making a Dryad and elk just doesn't stop the ability? That's so dumb. What? I probably would have played it differently. I probably would have made the first Dryad a 3/3 and then made the second one a 3/3 also. But, okay. This is what it is. Can't believe that still works. This like loses all abilities. So silly. Now we just have to draw Green Sun. Next turn we're just going to get bolted as well, so I got to draw it this turn. Damn it. He does only have 2 cards in hand, but can't believe he Warping Wailed our Noble rather than our Rofellos or something. I can't believe this still works. Maybe it's from this one? That doesn't make sense. Because my lands are all types as well. Another Warping Wail. Okay, well, he could have countered a Green Sun if he had it. It's so interesting that that's what he's choosing to kill. He doesn't want us to attack for 3. Okay, gaining 3, you got it. I guess I could have attacked for 1, but I'd rather gain 3. Man, Wasteland. I just can't get over it. That still works. We're just dead here. Because now our Rofellos dies to his Valor trigger. Just pretty sucky. I felt like this match our deck didn't function 100%. I felt like our opponent didn't do that much. And I felt like we just didn't really function. But I'll keep fighting. Guess I still have 5 mana. But he could wasteland me. Which he definitely should do. Like if I were to exchange control of this one, then would his things not be mountains? Choke. What's so funny about this choke is that my lands actually don't untap as well. Because I have a Dryad out. And his lands are all untapped right now. I'll still play it. Wait, is this all types? Yeah. Ugh. Okay, well, I gotta use Goose. Feels pretty bad. I'm gonna tell my opponent that I just had that I had no idea that his lands are still retain all land types. Tracker, okay. Now he'll probably go land. And then he gets to bolt something. I mean, our opponent's deck is certainly sweet. Again, I feel like our matchup is pretty good against it. Alright, he goes Clue. Zombie. I also don't know why he's not wastelanding us. But I'm feeling about ready to pack this in. All he has to do is like draw lands, and then he can just keep playing a land every turn. Still a fun league with this deck. Not sure why our opponent's taking so long. Just deciding what to wasteland, I guess. Now we're just on 1 mana. Opponent with 0 cards in hand. Blast Zone. That actually cannot kill Choke because it won't untap. Bolting us. Okay. He can just attack with all if he wants. That might be enough. Then I'll block Tracker. Or I'd have to just block a zombie. Once Upon a Time, I can't cast that because then my land's one on tap. It all came down to not elking this first Dryad. Wow, he's drawing a card. Interesting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if he Valakets us and attacks with all, I get to block Tracker. Oh, but it's a Wasteland. Gonna be tough. I just don't think there's any way. I don't think we have any outs. I guess we'll get to see if like our lands or his lands turn off when this dies. Block. I'll crack this food now. Actually, do I need to? Yes. Otherwise I die. I mean, yeah, our Trop doesn't untap. So even though this is, I just really didn't know that. I'm pretty good with the rules in general, but I just really didn't know that if you elk this, it retains the abilities. Like, can you play 2 additional lands or no? I think no. I think he can only. Oh, now he. Oh, he can get Dryad Arbor here. Yeah, I think he can just only. I think his lands just retain all types because this was in play before it was elked for some reason. GG's. 3 and 2 with this deck. Pretty disheartening the last 2 rounds with a Multa 1, and then losing this match kind of sucked. But still a really fun league, and hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the content, this is youtube.com/snapbolt. Until next time, thank you so much.